Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Count Christo and this is, once more with feeling, the Black Ice campaign. We have liquidated a pocket in the south recently, which went very well. And we are just continuing our offensive, hopefully. Pulling off some more pockets as we do so. Let's see if we can cut in here and circle this tank division. Meanwhile, always be pocketing. See if we can get some guys in here. Good. Now, we are doing some fighting in central Ukraine right now, whereas we're not actually fighting over Belarus, basically at all. So let's adjust some plane deployments, shall we? Jolly good. We've got 600 room right here. Let's give ourselves a lot of CAS all of a sudden. There's improved radar. We are going to want to continue to get improved radar, I think. Although more encryption would also be useful. Let's get more radios, because I think that gives better reconnaissance. And right now I need much more reconnaissance to be able to actually just see what the heck's going on. These guys should help out there. Just try and keep pressure on until they arrive. Perhaps we try and go north of the stern resistance, as I was mentioning in the previous episode. Always a good idea. Well, not always. Timer has ended. What was that? Oh, yes, right. Okay, you guys go in here. You guys in here. You guys in here. And let's finally be having that airbase, shall we? Full frontal offensive across the river. Not necessarily the wisest, but it's working, so... Can you really call it dumb if it works? If it's stupid and it works, it ain't stupid, as the saying goes. Looks like we're holding pretty well over here. They have gained air superiority over Stalingrad. I'm happy to fight them for that. They're fighting us in these areas as well, but that's not really a big problem right now, because they're static. So, tanks, just pull back, to this line, please. Let's see if we can stabilize our supply situation up here in the north. You guys, just temporarily, I want you to switch to a fallback line. Just because I'm not happy with the way that you're holding this tile still. We'll move you back to the front line in just a second. Okay, they've fallen in lots of places down here. That's excellent. There's the Battle of Britain, and we will do a trade treaty here. We gain 4 off-map military, but lose 8 steel. It's fine. Trade treaty with Switzerland. Go, go. Switzerland, of course, famously neutral in World War II, really weren't in any sensible sense of the word. They didn't militarily join in, but they certainly helped the Germans in many ways. Right, get in here. They were definitely, like, neutral in a, you know, if you wanted to make an official record, they would definitely be neutral, but I don't feel like people realize that they did cooperate with the Germans quite extensively, including sending Jews back across the border and stuff like that. Not that I'm judging them, because the alternative was be invaded, and it's very difficult to say someone shouldn't do something when the alternative is be invaded. Alright, if you guys... I'll try and take this. It is a woods tile, so I'm aware we're going to struggle. Yeah, it's not really going to work. Let's change tack. Hit him here, in the plains. Little encirclement, but every encirclement is an encirclement. There's an overrun. Got him there. Nice. Okay, airbase fallen under our control. Big one. Very big one. Get me planes here, please. Just make sure we don't overstack it. Good. Can take another 2, actually. So both of you can come right in here. Lovely jubbly. If we could get a few more fighters over Ukraine, that'd be excellent. Fighting in these nice plains tiles down here really is a breath of fresh air after doing so much fighting in the woods in the north. They've probably still got heavy concentration there, so maybe we can just encircle that. Would you take this tile already? Okay. So what do you reckon? Could we cross the river here? Apparently, yes. Sweet. Well, we're going to do that then. How about down here? Looks like yes. This looks promising. You guys go on the front. Lose those orders. Excuse me. Still slightly overstacking. Let's try and fix that by getting a new order here. Moving off some of these guys onto it. Should help. We'll see. Okay. More naval invasions. Almost certainly not a real problem. No, Just getting wiped out. Brits still aren't sending decent divisions against me. I mean, look at this. Come on. British piercing, though. Very high. That's good to know. They're at 45 piercing. Our new Panthers would still exceed that in armor, but that's a very respectable piercing value. Alright, my new military police, are you ready to deploy? No, they're not even halfway. Darn. Bad supply is Stalingrad, really. Right, all that new infantry. You got any room? He's got no room. In that case, let's pull back some of the mountaineers into the next supply region to present a line of defense if the Soviet new deployment here causes issues. Okay, crush them there. How many's that? Just 2 divisions, but hey, as I said earlier, every little bit helps. Okay, you cutting in here? Should be. Good. Should be moving very quickly as well. How good? How fast are you moving? Nah, it's base speed. Bad supply? Yeah, bad supply. Plus, I think it's muddy here. Yeah, mud is just absolutely awful for speed movement. We are going to take here, though. Not in time to get a pocket, though. Not with that attack going on. Could have cancelled it, but what you going to do? You guys, do you want to switch things up a little bit, please? Attack north. Good. And you guys can try just carrying straight on in here. Should be able to move there instantly as soon as they win the attack. There we go. Did, in fact, get the pocket. 2 divisions. Not nothing. You guys cut in there. Cut in here. Cease those attacks. That's foolish. Try this instead. Good. How about you? Tank in an open field. Sounds like you need to get Panzerschrecked to me. Okay, they're leaving holes in the defense. I am currently in the mood to exploit that. Just give it a couple of hours so I can actually hold this attack. Really, you can't do that immediately. Probably falling back behind this river, actually. That's very sensible. Guys, stay on the front. Push north. Let's see if we can pocket them. Another air base falling under our command. That's excellent news. Get that tank back in there. Get around. Good. Over here, looking pretty good. Let's just establish our regional objectives here. Push to that river line so we get the full defensive position. You don't need to go there anymore. Good. Okay, in the north, we have established our new points. Let's drive them clean of this river. And now we can start doing things like this to seize this airbase. Not that I really want the airbase, but just that I don't want them to be able to use it. More improved infantry equipment. Grand land night attack. Land night attack is very good. Let's grab that. These tanks, if this area is... no, just go through here. And then cut south if you can. We're going to start running into supply issues very quickly as we begin this offensive. Maybe not, we haven't put a huge number of troops here. Resistance. Nice, under control. So you have 5 too many. 5 too many. You can come... Let's put the excess in Riga. Good. Actually, yeah, all the spare infantry I have down here. Just bring it up here. That's some of it anyway. Ah, no, that puts him over. Well, I don't want to put him over. 2 over. There we go. And, yeah, for now, let's give massive tank support right here. Good. Supply situation here repaired. Good. This attack's looking good. If you guys go there and then straight in here. And then just down this coast. By coast, I mean riverbank. You guys want to try to begin the cut in from the south. We kind of might as well. Good. And if that's going to work, we're going to put some more infantry right there to try and push north further. Excellent. Excuse me, where's the pocket? This is not the orders that I wanted. Good. Another guy there. That's what we like to see. And another air doctrine. That's what we like to see. So we want to get more TAC strategic bombing, more strategic stuff, and more ground support. Definitely more ground support. No question about it. If you want to cut in there, looks like they're not adopting a defensive posture on the river line. They are just being dumb. Never mind. I try to be charitable. And right here, just close that up. Another 2. Another 2. Every little helps. So supply here. can actually afford slightly more men on the front line, and I will move them on there, because I am still a little bit wary about a mass Soviet offensive in the east, given the new quality of the troops that we haven't yet had to face on that front. Okay, if you want to just provide them some issues there. We're going to cut in here, and in here to create a 2 pockets, one north, one south. If they're not actually in the tiles, you are welcome to move into them. If you want to just move up like this. Glorious. And that looks like it's going pretty good up in the north. Pretty well, that is to say. Likewise, let's try crossing here. Yep, looks like the Soviets are just very low on equipment. That's the only explanation I can come up with for the fact that we're just trashing them right now. How's the strength of the divisions we're fighting? No, it's pretty full. I guess our recent technological advances just have not been kept up with by them. Only more light vehicles can be upgraded. Cool. Here we're facing an empty front, and advancing through an empty front is A-okay by me, because it means the infrastructure does not get damaged. Because I don't think it does. Does infrastructure get damaged by you just moving through it? Or is it just combat? I'm pretty sure it's just combat. I mean, and, you know, strategic bombing and all that kind of thing. Get some advanced tank radio. All these happen pretty fast, that research feels like. Okay, going pretty well here. Some more fierce resistance just there. Let's get these tanks backing them up. Infantry attack in the north, still progressing really nicely. This one here looks like it will work. Let's give a little extra support. You might as well fly over Leningrad. Got all these guys flying in the right region, pretty much. Good. Huge airbase just captured here. You know what? This calls for a huge influx of fighters. Give me another 1,000 fighters right here, please. And just decisively end the dispute as to who is going to rule the skies over Novgorod, please. Good. We have the supply for this? Yeah. Here, supply is getting problematic, but you should be able to move through here. Sufficient speed, that's not going to be an issue. Well, how about this? We'll improve the supply situation by seizing these 2 tiles. Yeah, move the infantry into the front. Just the infantry front line. Just the tank front line. Sweet. You guys, you there? Only 13% of the way. Taking a hell of a long time for them to deploy. Fair enough. This attack, a little bit optimistic. Just hold your position there. You've already made good gains. And we'll send more infantry down from the north to support you. Very tangibly, very aggressive. This front line we're establishing here. Leningrad is right now undefended. That's a very bad idea. Let's change that up. Once this finishes, though, I'll be able to divert some more infantry from here. Whoops, open the console. Down here, and that'll help. If you want to cut in there, good. Okay, yeah, you guys. Actung Command, some more pesky British commandos. Hello, commandos. Boop, all just spawning in. Let's wipe those out. Shouldn't be a problem. Send in these guys. Good. Yep, all of them getting wiped out. I don't know why they do that. It seems like a... I guess it's historical, but in HOI terms, it makes absolutely no sense. Like they don't get anything out of doing that. I guess it just forces you to pay more attention to your coasts, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like a very meaningful mechanic. It doesn't really contribute to the way you play the game or anything. Let's cut in here. There we go. Supply in the north stabilized. Not brilliant, but stabilized for sure. In the center, pocket liquidated down there. Let's get me another couple of men in here, please. Like so. So many Soviet tanks being shown on the border all the time, but they are being verily sent on their way. At least it feels like they are. Down here we are overstacked by 200. That's fine. Got room for 200 right here. Okay. Oh, hello. Yes, do need to bring the resistance situation under control. So here we're over by 7. So let's give those 7 something to do. Throwing them up here. We need more than 7 right there, so that's all do for now. Yep, I think that's what we've got to do for now. We've got more military police deploying, of course, as you no doubt remember. intelligent viewer base that you are. Alright, good. Pocket there. Clean it out. You deployed yet? 86%. Get in there. Broke them here. Let's quick break them here as fast as we can. I've got air superiority with just 100 planes up there, which is frankly embarrassing. Okay, keep cutting in there. I mean, we did take all our decent air bases in the region, so it's not very surprising. Excellent new front line. Just excellent that we're establishing here. This closing of this pocket is going to cause huge casualties, and I think we're moving into a maybe even higher supply, more defensive front line than we had to start with. So it's just a fantastic gain for our eastern front. Pushing them out. Next tile in 4 days. Next tile in 23 hours. Nice. Should be able to wipe out everyone in this pocket then without anyone getting away. Closing attacks already going really well. Good. And there's them pocketed up there. Go ahead and close that up. How many did you get there? Just 2 garrison divisions, but as I keep saying, every little bit helps. You no longer need to garrison Leningrad. And you no longer need to garrison these ports either, now I think about it. Send you up here. Fighting under Klug. I'm tempted to put you under here. Ah, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to put you in another army under this guy. There we go. With who's commanding them? This guy's pretty good though. I think I'll use him. He's got Winter's expert and infantry leader and commando. We'll use you. Yeah, so we've got one front line here, one front line here. One of those should be associated with this. The other one can move like this. So they all went assigned to the north one, but actually I only want those ones assigned to the north one. The rest of them go here. Then all of them just attack this. No, just hold for now. That's fine. Yeah, keep attacking up here, please. You guys just finish off closing that. Should maybe attack Finland now? I don't know. Feels like manpower is our main limiting factor right now, so attacking more people isn't going to help. Obviously, part of the manpower crisis, as I know many of you pointed out as we were going along, and possibly before we even started, much of the manpower crisis is being caused by the fact that we conquered all our allies, which means you have to spend troops occupying them rather than having troops, you know, from them helping you out, which is very true, but I'm not sorry because I still think the massive industrial might we've got from it is going to help. I mean, remember when we tagged the Soviets? Or at least I don't think you saw that. Remember I told you I tagged the Soviets, and I swear it was true, and looked at their tank counts and things? The Soviets have more, or it had, maybe not anymore, had more medium tanks than we had light tanks. That's with us controlling all the industry of all of Europe. So as you can tell, you know, the mod's kind of cheaty, but and just helps the Soviets out loads in a way that makes absolutely no sense. But still, it's kind of insane to think about. That was with all of Europe. Imagine if we hadn't had the industry of Europe at our beck and call. Imagine the just the tank, just on tanks and planes. Imagine the level of advantage the Soviets would have had we not seized all that land. We have 1 division assigned here. This seems wrong. You guys should be assigned here. Do finish closing that up, though. Not you. You need to hold the front. Good. Closing nicely up here. We were at 9.5 million last I checked on Soviet casualties. You guys still in the wrong order. Just go there. Then keep up your attacks. Good. Look at that. Lovely border being established in the north. Highly, highly defensible. Okay. Tanks, I think I'll just have all these tanks in the north. Oops, all the tanks in the north can just assign to this. Finish these guys off. Let's just see this to its conclusion with those tanks, and then we will pull them out and decide more carefully where to allocate them next. Okay, up in the north, we're pushing them back here. Good. Do I want to take this ground? Oops, clicked off the window. Any resources up here? There's quite a lot of steel, which is not useful, but we are seizing steel at a fairly good rate. So I don't think I need it. Let's cancel steel imports for a second. Import it from you. Yeah, we don't really need steel. I have my needs met already. So, first off, this shouldn't be here anyway. It should be down here. But this one, switch to a defensive line. Hold here. You don't need 6 to do that. 2 is more than enough. You guys can head down here. We are overstacking on this front line. So a bunch of you switch to this one. Still overstacked, yeah, by 3. 1, 2. Where's your third? There we go. All nice and balanced. Good. Cutting in there, cutting in there, cutting in there. Broken, 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 broken. That's going to be a lot of casualties. Let's see just how many, shall we? All you guys. Cut in here. Thing of absolute beauty. There's the trade treaty with Switzerland. Let's see if they accept. I don't know what happens if they don't accept, but I imagine they will. A bunch of overruns. Still overruns going down here. That's interesting. And bye-bye. Hey, they accepted it. Nice. 4 off-map and a non-aggression. You guys go down here, which can adjust now. Yeah, I recognize the terrible, terrible supply situation in there. Can adjust like so. Looks like we have managed to finally bring supply under control in the center, which is good news. This situation looks less good news. Let's adjust that. And adjust that. Obviously, we haven't been paying much attention down here while the huge gains have been being made in the north, which is understandable but not excusable. If you guys pull back here, we don't want to be encircled if possible. Okay. So next focus, yeah, we will use Swiss banks. Gets some base stability, always nice, and daily political power and consumer goods down is absolutely wonderful. So Soviet casualties, whoop, up another 700,000. Very nice indeed. Okay. Tanks. Where do we have enough supply for an attack right now? Basically nowhere. Right up here in the north is basically the only place. Let's try and move into the natural river line here. Once we pull the tanks out of this region, of course, we'll be in a much better situation. You guys all hold. Reshuffle. Should be good. Okay. Looking pretty good all the way along the line. This is the only problem spot right now. Just keep pressure on them as much as possible. There we go. Good. Just don't want them to be able to get there before these guys pull back. Just hold that for 3 days. Estimate the battle will last less than a day. How about with a defensive tank placed in there? You guys drive them back. No, that's not the sensible way to do it. Remember, always, if you ever get the choice between pushing someone back and going around them, go around them. Hit them where they're not. Good. Broken them there. Same deal here. Stop attacking. You're attacking me? That's not how this goes, Soviets. I attack you. You don't attack me. Another ace pilot. Grand. These guys evening out. Good. So now I'll just let the guys take up some new positions along the front, and we'll be in pretty good shape. Decision codebooks by any chance? No, we can place some... Oh god, that was close. We can place Belarusian cores, but I have absolutely no interest in doing so. Don't know why I would. So we're not going to do that. Okay. In the air, they continue to fight heavily over Novgorod. And... let's have these guys just adjust. I would like some planes over this area. That is a airbase that I cannot afford to not hold. We don't want them to have anywhere to base decent operations out of. Just causes problems. Okay, here. Might be able to get into that pocket before they can stop me. Before they can get out, that is. Maybe, 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 maybe. Didn't get pocketed here. That's excellent news. You two could just help push those tanks back. Light tanks in here. Did get the pocket. That's what I like to see. Sweet. We're going to hold it. Yep, they've gone. Nice. Up to... not many more casualties, but it was good. Hey, nice. We closed it. And then those guys immediately show up to try and rescue them. Excellent. Next decision. Is it codebooks by any chance? Yeah. Fun and engaging. So yes, Switzerland we now have our nice trade agreement with. So we won't be going to war with them. Could still go to war with Vichy France. Still don't really feel like I have the spare troops to do that. We did hold firm on this front, despite my serious reduction of our troop count in the area. What are these guys doing down here? You guys can go too. Gives us a really nice amount of spare manpower for a minute. Good. Now, quick, close that up before they open it in the north, if you can. Do I want him to keep moving, or do I want him to help? No, I want him to help close. There's only 2 divisions. We should be able to close it up real fast before they actually get in here. Yeah, looks like we are. As soon as you've done that, just carry on straight north and help fight those guys off. Great. That one. Okay, heck yeah. We made great progress in this episode. Large pockets closed. Many, many, many dead Soviets. I will see you all in the next episode, where we will continue the push east. Moscow is practically within sight. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.